Hey everybody, we're jumping back in with some more JOG or JOJ actually. What am I? G. Jyggalag. So we are Jyggalag, right? Journals of. It's hard to say journals of Jyggalag, where I think it's Jyggalag. I don't know. Jyggalag. We'll see. So we're jumping back in with another episode of that. This will be episode 3. Um, this will put us about 5, 6, 7 hours into the playlist and kind of really let us know how we feel about the list. Um, right now, we do know that there's been some stability issues going on. There's probably some things about the list that I like, don't like, and we're gonna jump back in and see exactly where we're gonna go with this. I'm gonna try to get to what's that place, Solitude, today, because there's a couple of um, uh, I want to see if we can find any followers. We might have already gone to Solitude. We'll see where we are, see what we're doing, and then get a couple of followers, and then see what it feels like to have them tagging along. Okay, so this is Journals of Jyggalag, episode 3. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know if you're willing to try this. It is a pretty hefty list to download, and reach on over there, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out, and it makes sure that we can get this out to as many people as possible and keeps the channel going. All right, much appreciated. Let's hit that. Yes, we're going to continue our last save. Now, JOJ is a NSFW list. Okay, so fair warning. There are 2 modes when you are looking. There's a performance mode, which is what I'm playing, and then there's the I'm going to call it ultra mode, right, for really high-end PCs. My PC is actually one that I got from Dell. It is one of the I forget what it's called. It's an R something, R14 or something like that. As an i9 12 core processor. I'm only rocking a 3080 RTX with 12, I think, gig of RAM on it, and 32 gigs of DDR3 or 5 RAM. I can't remember now. This computer is 2 years old, so a lot has changed. Okay. Ferris looks quite different than the last time we were here. So you can see we're just outside of Whiterun. I think we just cleared that place right there. So we got Ferris with us, and we have Jenassa. Jenassa looks quite different. She has put on a little bit of she's filled out quite a bit. So has Ferris since the last time. So has our character. Holy cow. All right. You can see we cleared this place out, took a bunch of stuff. I do like, probably gonna, what is my weight? Where am I? I'm real close to the limit there. We got a bunch of people on the ground. We can't take everything that they have. We just don't have the room to take it. I am going to take. Oops, we don't want to see that. Nothing there for you. Nothing there. Nothing there. We didn't see what we saw. Let's see. What are we rocking the bow? All right, nice. All right, so we don't have the wheeler. You can see off in the distance there that beam of light shooting up. That is the shards of Skyrim or something like that. So we go around, you collect the shards, and supposedly it enhances you. All right, you can see there's we're going to get some lag, some jitteriness. We will take those. the monarch butterflies gives you butterfly wings. Butterfly wings mixed with blue mountain flower will um, make make a minor healing potion. All right, so every time we come past here, so just coming past here kind of kicks off that thing. Now you hear that little crash kind of sound. What that is, it sounds like to me is an issue with some sort of lag in the footfall, the footsteps. All right, so we're gonna eat an apple cheese wedge and an artichoke, and then a piece of bread. All right, that should help us. We were losing stamina. I think it's because we're hungry. So every time we come past here, it kicks off this little attack. And as you can see, that one's locked. But hey,
looks like we've got ourselves another fool.
Get him! Give up while you still can.
I didn't want to take all of that. See, as soon as we got here, boom,
It's
somebody decided to attack. It happens every single time. I don't even have to do anything. I just let them do it all, and I go loot the bodies. It's an easy way to just get some stuff, right? They never, as far as I know, they don't actually lose. Hey, I'll take that. It doesn't look like I'm stealing. Here, let's take that too. As long as they don't say, you know, you stole something, I'm all good with it. Let's just see. Can we temper anything? Oh, we can temper a lot of stuff. All right. I don't know about that. Hold on. Where's our stuff? Let's fix that. Witch dress, black steel. We know about that already. We not gonna do anything there. We're carrying a lot of stuff. We're carrying a lot of stuff. That's good enough. Okay. Do I have a bandolier? I do not have a bandolier. I should have made one of those. I don't know everything that's required for it, so I'm not stressed. We're not gonna pick any locks. Because all we gotta do is run down here. Look at that. 4 full. Here. Oh, an iron katana. Alright, so we'll take the arrow. Soap. That's studded leather. Oh, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. We gotta be very careful. Maybe we gotta put in a mod. We'll take the wash rags for sure. And the arrows. And was there anyone else down here stupid enough to attack? See? I didn't have to do anything in this one. I didn't have to. So if we went down the road a little further, if we really wanted to, we could. You see right down there? Should we? Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back here, catch a carriage on over to Solitude. If you didn't see what I saw, there's a carriage down there, a broken down carriage. And there's poor young soul, don't know if it's female or male, that needs help getting it repaired. Oh, looks like it's female. We'll take that. And look, Cicero.
Oh, bother and befuddle! Stuck here, stuck! My mother, my poor mother. Unmoving, at rest, but too still.
Actually, like this Cicero. I do. Problem is?
Oh, poor Cicero is stuck. Can't you see? I was transporting my dear, sweet mother. Well, not her corpse. She's quite dead. I'm taking mother to a new home, a new crypt. But, ow! Wagon wheel! Damn this wagon wheel! It broke. Don't you see?
Yeah. Is there any way I can give you a hand?
Oh. Oh, yes.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, the kindly stranger can certainly help. Go to the farm, the Lorius farm. Just over there, off the road. Talk to Lorius. He has tools. He can help me, but he won't. He refuses. Convince Lorius to fix my wheel. Do that, and poor Cicero will reward you. With coin. Gleam me shiny coin.
Okay. Sorry, that
I've
was
been
a
looking for
pretty...
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Oh, okay.
Your hands only.
I like that armor. Dang, Ferris, you just growing. You keep growing. You're like, she's Amazonian proportions at this point. Did you just give me something? Yeah, I think you did, but I don't know what it is. All right, let's go talk to, what's his name?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Didn't you just
Your
give it to me?
hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Don't you come back again, I'm gonna shoot you. All right, let's go. We got tons of butterfly wings now. We're gonna have a ton of as soon as we get an opportunity. Where? All right, let's see. Glorious's farm. I don't know what kind of skills we got. We'll figure it out. What in the world are you growing, bro? What is that? And why can't I pick it? Hey.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now?
Well, that little girl down there needs your help with her wagon.
That Cicero feller? Huh, tell me something I don't know. Crazy fool's already asked me about 5 times. Seems he's not satisfied with my answer. Why can't he just leave us alone?
Wait. So, what's the problem? I'm sure she'll pay you whatever you want.
Pay me? You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin, and he's going to bury his mother. Mother, my eye. He could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Ain't no way I'm getting involved in any of that.
Well, look, she's a stranger here, right? And she needs assistance. Maybe you should try doing the right thing.
What? And just who in Mara's name are you, anyway? Come here, telling me my business. And for what? To help a fool?
You know you should help her. It's the right thing.
Look, Yes, you're right. Fella might be nutters, might not. But fact is, he needs help. I turned him away. What kind of a man am I, huh? Look,
Exactly.
Thanks. And I'm sorry for my unneighborly reaction. If you talk to Cicero, you be sure to tell him I'll be down to help soon.
I will let her know. You'll see, you gotta steal. Alright, well, alright, potato plant. What is this? Artichokes. Is that what they look like? I've never planted artichokes before. Nor have I been to a farm that had artichokes. What's up with all the butterflies, man? Don't get me wrong. I am perfectly fine. Just not used to this many. Come on, come here. Come here. Gosh. Yeah, I'm sure there's better things I should be doing than chasing butterflies, but those are healing potions. Each one of them is 2 healing potions.
Imperial milk drinkers.
Oh, poor mother. Her new home seems so very far.
I talked to Lorius. He's agreed to fix your wagon.
You did? He has? Oh, stranger! You have made Cicero so happy, so jubilant and ecstatic, but more, even more, my mother thanks you. Here for your troubles, shiny clinky gold, a few coins for your kind deed, and thank you again.
All right. Cool, 250. All right. That should cover. That should cover our trip. See that? You hear that? So it's like, it sounds like either you're floating for a minute and then you come crashing to the ground, you know, and that's not right. Anything?
The Imperials will be sorry they got in our way.
See, right now, it's like you're floating on air. Boom. And you crash. You're floating. Floating. Boom. Battleborn Farm. What's this over here? Is this a tower? Watchtower. Alright, we're floating, we're floating. Crash. So, I think it's more. See, the thing that concerns me the most is the crashing noise. Right? It's like, okay, if the game can't keep up with, you know, each footstep, that makes kind of sense, right? But the thing is, even though it can't keep up with each one, it knows it can't, and it knows when the footsteps start again, and it gives you a crashing sound to it, rather than just, you know, picking back up on that footstep. Instead, it's a noise, as though you're crashing back to Earth, and that's kind of weird that it's doing it that way. I'm kind of hoping this isn't all the way over there like I thought it was going to be. Shoot. Alright, I want to get it. Enjoying a waterfall view of see 3 out of 108 of these. Right? Look, the girls are. Look, who's that out there swimming? Just enjoying herself. Okay, so I know I said we were gonna run right on over to Solitude, pick up another follower. But we're right here. I can't just. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Jenessa's regard for me. way? Oh.
Not my proudest work yet, but it'll do.
It'll do what you do. Alright, Ooh, take that. Take the snowberries. We'll take the cheese. Frosted cream. I don't need the lean on the table. Thank you. Well, beetroot. I don't know what the beetroot's gonna do for you, but we'll find out. It's locked. Alright. We'll read this. Do I need to take all that? I don't know that I needed to take all that. Kill him before you kill him. Ooh, cinnamon roll. Definitely take the cinnamon roll. Alright. Take the artichokes.
Shall we press forward?
Wait, who are you? Who are you?
The path ahead beckons us, Guardian.
What path? What are you doing here? Oh, I think I remember you. No, I don't. I think we picked her up before, and she has been unreliable and basically not with us. And right now that she just shows up again. We picked her up down near the Western Watchtower. She was out fighting these criminals, and we helped her take them down. And then so she agreed to come with us, or we agreed to come with her. And so far, we've regretted every moment of it. I need to stop taking all the soap. I know how that tastes. Right? Didn't need the gourds. Wanted the experience for reading. Alright, we'll take the gold. I'm not gonna take the shield. I might take it on the way out. Cooked lamb ribs. Ooh. We're moving up in the world. Fur armor. Stool you can mix with Blue Mountain flour, or should be able to mix with Blue Mountain flour and make a minor healing potion. Look at that, silver emerald. Please and thank you. We'll be able to test our theory out in here. Oh, I didn't want the basket. Over. Hey,
We're
Jenassa.
one of the same kind, you and I. Of course.
Okay. I'm using a hunting sword and a twin blade. Okay. Got the poacher's axe. I don't think that's really working for us. Might as well just put all that stuff. All right. Thank
They will
you.
know what we can do.
Is someone there?
Well, look what we have here.
Huh?
Gonna split your belly like an old woman's dress.
You won't be here alive!
Die already so I can take your...
Time to die, hero! Stop that! Fool! I'll have your blood!
Thanks for the non-help. What in the world, man? Why is she with us? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Fruit wine, potion stamina. Oh, shoot. Gotta check those out. Man, in here. No, we just spent all that time. We just spent all that time. See? What's that? Clearing out our inventory, only to add more to it. That's the life of a hoarder. Come back to that.
work?
Of course not. Dogs I could train, but a half-star,
Is someone there?
we're not alone.
Over here!
Damn you!
You'll regret crossing me.
You coward!
Is that all of them? Nope. Somebody up there. Okay. So Lycia, I'm not even certain why we have her with us, and why we don't cut her loose. I guess I'll have to like talk to her. And see if there's some way to reset her. See what's going on out here. Well, we kind of know what to expect already, but we'll see. All right. Notice this yet? Nice. Point burst. Shields. Potions. Skirmisher. Lean on table marker. That's what I'm doing. Just leaning.
It's a shame that White River Watch found itself infested with bandits. This might be a good place to retire to. I thought about becoming a bandit. I decided I preferred clean clothes and fresh meat.
Oops. Hmm. It looks like we got the papers.
Finally.
It was no easy task, but, I held up my end of the bargain for you.
Well, well. You actually did what you said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I think you're worth the effort. Does that surprise you?
There are few whose hearts are full of purpose, whose lives are full of deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I've misjudged. I'm glad to have met you. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And as promised, here's my trade. And my gratitude.
Well, thank you.
But, well, it's been 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do.
Well, don't worry. I'll help you remember it.
Please.
You are so beautiful, Jenassa. I want you.
Yes, I understand. I can see the lust in your eyes. Do whatever it is you need to do to me.
Oh, gosh. Nervously, Jenassa removed her armor and laid her weapons aside. She felt more vulnerable from their absence than her nakedness. She shivered at first, then became warm again. Do you feel all right, Jenassa?
Yes, thank you. But the deed is done. We need speak of it no longer.
Yeah, so this was a one-time thing then?
You and I share a battle bond, and that is more than enough for me. More was never meant for us.
If you're willing, tell me about your past love.
You know I can't tell you that.
I understand if you don't want to. I'm just interested to hear what she was like.
Gods, you are curious. Fine.
So what happened to her?
Windhelm happened.
Windhelm?
Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking. It's the dark elves they hate. Like me. They make it difficult for us to earn a living, and my people live like dirty animals.
And why would you go there?
We fled from Morrowind after Vardenfell erupted, almost 200 years ago. This isn't at all what we expected, but it's our home. Someday, I hope we can get away from here. Perhaps move back to Morrowind.
And so she came from Morrowind as well?
No. She was a Nord girl.
Wait. She was from Skyrim?
Yes. The Nords living in Windhelm despise us. They were offended that I was chosen to be her love. She was not of my kind, and for that, they killed her.
That's terrible.
My love was stolen from me, and I was sent to prison.
Wow. That is a tragic tale.
Tragedy, war, death. It is all that I know. When I fall asleep at night, I feel alone without her. How I hate that city.
You know, we have to go there. That's where the East Empire Company is.
True, but I know how to deal with it. I know nothing of fear.
All right. I think we should go together.
As you wish. Thank you for your friendship. However, first, I should see how the other Morrowind refugees are getting along.
Okay.
Let's go.
Just want to make sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
White River Watch's location allows the bandits to easily ambush the caravans that travel between Whiterun and Windhelm. I do not envy those creatures that make a home in such a cold, dark place as this.
All right, so let's put that one thing to
These caverns provide many corners to hide in. We may use this to our advantage.
Giving bandits what for? I like it.
Okay, so put everything. That's right here. So if you have blue mountain flower and butterfly wing, create potion of restore health.
The East Empire Company used to run caravans between Whiterun and Windhelm. That ceased to be when the bandits took over the region.
Also, if you have, let's see what else we got. Imp stool. I know I went way past it. Another creation. Created potion of restore health. So for sure, those two. Also know Saber Cat Eye is another, right? We also know that Blister Ward and Wheat makes something as well. White Cap doesn't make it. But I have to always test because it seems that Blue Mountain Flower mixes with quite a few things. Now, Butterfly Wing we know, but Blue Butterfly Wing makes fortified conjuration power, whatever. Charred, look at that, charred skeever hide. Makes a potion of health. Eye of Saber Cat. You never know, so you gotta test them all. This does not. This does not. Let's see. Those are the only ones I can think of right now. So now we have plenty of potions. Restore. What time is it? Okay, it's 2 a.m.
Don't think we've ever met a bandit who's known what a bath was.
So, and then when Lycia rears her head again, we'll hit her up and see. I don't know if she's gonna have force. Alright, so for Jenessa's sake, we just have to win him. But as you can see right here, just to show you real quick. So we just made 30 of these chumpies. You see, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, that's right. We gotta hit this. All right, so we'll add that. Ancient ring. I'm not willing to put that thing on. Ring of the Pugilist. Probably gonna swap that out if I can find the other one. Thought we picked up another ring. It might have been a potion and not a ring, which is disappointing, but understandable. So it might have been potion of the champion and not ring. I thought it was ring of the champion. See, no footstep. No footstep.
Who's next?
I'll
Tell
never
you
get
what,
tired of
you start
following
running
this
so I can stab you in the
not
back.
Okay. Stuck.
Die, little elf.
truly ready to die. I'll try and make this quick.
I cannot best you.
glitchy part.
Think you can take me?
Oh, what's that? You over there taking potions? Did I get hit? Alright. You not be in the way, girlfriend. Come on now. That's a steel trident. It's worth some money. Do you have 2 of them? Alright. I'm overcumbered. Steel war pick. You had 2 of those? Yep.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we'll give that up. Alright, that one I think I'm gonna put that away. As much as I like it, I don't really foresee this. Alright, so I got an ornate Khajiit bow. I should give that to girlfriend. Should probably either get that one. Alright, so am I in? Okay. All right, that's the one I use. Oh, that's the, oh, okay, that's the twin blade. All right, that's what I wanted. All right. I need to give you
If that is what you wish.
some. It is what I wish. You have a spring steel bow right now. Here, take that. I'll take that. Oh, see? Bet she can use them both.
Teach them to fear us.
Yes, ma'am. All right, hold on. There it is. Look at that. Alright. I ain't mad at that. Don't know why my bow didn't work, but it is what it is. Where we going? I feel like we should head to Solitude. Yeah, we're getting a lot of glitching. Not glitching, but it's lag. A lot of frame drops. I don't know if we call it frame drops. Just a lot of stuff. That's it. Hey, come here. Yeah. So just remember that. If you got monarch butterflies, imp stools, and blue mountain flowers, then you always have healing potions.
Whiterun's gold flows like a river. In mere weeks, I've earned what I did in other cities through seasons.
Yeah, you get a lot of stutter. And it isn't going to get any better in Whiterun or Solitude. Before we head out, I want to get what's her name? Alright, it's
Need a ride?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I think I want to go to Solitude.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Yes, sir. I don't know about the rest of my party. They haven't managed to get back.
There once was a hero named
Hopefully this kind of
Whiterun,
helps to
who came
reset
riding
things
to
a little
Whiterun
bit,
from
and then maybe the
old
lag will
Rory's
kind of clear up a little bit. I think we're only going to go about an hour and a half today on this one. I just want to keep it a little shorter, just because of the stability factor, and I think the longer we go, the more resources it's taking up, and the more the lag just keeps building. So we're gonna have to take this one in shorter increments than I normally do. Usually I try to go about 2.5 hours in a session. I think we'll probably just go an hour and a half today in this one. I'm hungry. Let's talk to Lycia while we're here. See if we can figure out exactly what's going on with her. I feel better. And well fed. Alright. Lycia. See, we can't talk to her. We can't do anything. I don't know. Here, listen. Alright, so we're gonna click on her. And then I'm just gonna say reset. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if, okay, no. What is it? What is the can't think of the word. Okay. Okay. I can't think of it. So
We
right
should
now,
stock up my arrows while we're in
nothing
town.
we can do.
There's no
with
telling
her.
if we'd run into an ambush out there.
There's two places I want to go real quick here inside Solitude. I don't know if we've been here. I can't remember being here before. She is a very large. All right, we'll find out real quick if we've been here before. I think I could probably go into. I gotta check to see if Nether's followers framework is part of this list. If it is, we could probably go into the MCM, go there, and then if she is listed there, we can reset her there. And then, I mean, may even decide to just dismiss her if we can from there. All right, we've been here before. Well, because the execution is already done, right? Which tells me then we already know.
Solitude is the seat of Imperial
who
power in Skyrim.
these guys are added by interesting NPCs.
Think there are any deals on weapons here? Might be cool to experiment with one or two of those flame arrows if the inventory is available.
It's not much to ask.
All right, so let's do this. Let's get into the mod MCM menu and let's look for Nether's follower framework. There it is, NFF. All right, so activity. All right, it's telling us. Follower tweaks, follower viewing, Jenassa. Let's come back. I am not viewing Jenassa, but I don't think that's how it works.
Whenever you're ready. Bye for now. You rang?
So oh, look at that. The only option I had for...
I'm sure we can make great art of our enemies.
Alright, so the only option we had for was wait here. Alright, let's see. Let's go back here. Follower feed. Alright, so save follower settings. Code, the only one right now. Is she the only one? Whereas Ferris isn't counting as a follower either. Slots. Okay. So we got Jenassa and one number of followers allowed. Where is he? Nothing we can do there. Ferris isn't showing up here either. But at least she's working just fine. Here we go. Alright, Orb of Divines is the actor mod, not in scene, quest none. Quick Purge, Force Follower, Force Mary Elope. Forces actor to be in the follower faction, yes please.
You know you can afford a septim or two.
What is it?
God dang it.
I'll be around.
Listen. Okay, that did absolutely nothing for us. Okay. I don't know what to do. Luna. Hello. Okay, she's just there for us to look at. Oh, you got the brown face, Ladita.
Take care of yourself out there. The world's not as kind as it used to be.
Alright, we gotta get you fixed. Alright.
See you around.
Alright, she's probably one of the
Solitude reminds me more of the Imperials than the
look at
North,
this.
where it lacks in brutes and drunkards. It breeds schemers and goldmongers.
Alright. So the second place I wanted to go is up here. You didn't get on us about our clothing?
Solitude appreciates fine art and poetry, unlike most of Skyrim.
We might have looted these already. Oh my gosh, you're on us all the time now, huh?
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
What do you got?
Take a look.
Yeah, we get all kinds Holy cow. All right. And then we're going to go to wait. And then let's see. Oh, here, take that. Oh, look at this. How many red floral soaps do you need? I know the idea is to stay clean and everything, but dang, man. All right. Okay. We got all this weight on this. I don't know. Can't
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests. Arms and armor, forged by a master craftsman.
I never thought about how different life is away from the tavern's noise. I think I like it too.
Did you see the look that woman just gave me? You'd think I had something on my Oh, I do. Why didn't she just say something?
Oh my goodness. You don't look you.
Lady Atia says my voice is second only to hers, but she's selling me short.
Oh, dang. Confident are we?
Ulfric Stormcloak, the rightful High King? What a laugh. All the standing round.
Yeah, look at that lag. Could be all the flowers I'm carrying that's weighing me down. I know I got 10 pounds of Blue Mountain flower on me. Over 10. Like, oh,
Don't get too far ahead.
Go get a room. Nope. And again, I know I probably said this before. I know Ash was part of Whispers of Mara. She may not have been part of this one. And it may only be Katana that we find in here. I can't even be sure if we find Katana in here. But I could have sworn there were two others here. An orc follower and some other seem kind of like, she seemed like a thief. Or it might have been another mage type follower. kind of assuming if we don't have them with us already, and I've been here, I did not find them here. This lag.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Oh. Hello.
Hello. I'm either getting pushed. Whoa. You see, yeah, they're pushing me around.
We're paying our respects to my dead husband. Henry and I lost his father in the war. Now I do what I can to get by and to care for Henry.
Can't compare to an adventurer's charm.
Must be hard. I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. We manage. I just have to keep Henry entertained and out of trouble. That's really the hard part.
And then what brings you here?
We're paying our respects to my dead husband.
We're just easy prey for these scoundrels.
Henry and I
We're
lost
always out
his
late,
father in the
always
war.
alone.
Holy cow. Can
A
the
good
lag
drink
kinda
soothes the
slow down
mind,
a little bit?
and a good meal motivates the
See what
body.
happens. Alright, let's stick around if we can. Let me get back. Hopefully the ladies aren't gonna...
Adara taught me how to appreciate Nord mead and ale, like it's some sorts of art.
Oh my god. Girl.
I hope the beds here are warm. The last inn I stayed, the blankets had holes in it.
Alright. Just a set piece. You can actually converse with them. I don't think. Nope. Oh gosh. Is that? Oh my god. Everywhere turn around.
I
See how bad
daydream
is
about
that?
an adventurer who'll whisk me away from this tavern life.
Berlin. Rena.
Not many Dunmer
Isley.
appreciate Nord mead. I count myself different on that regard.
Okay. So in here, you got Razak. Took you long enough.
Long enough. Listen, Rizak hasn't done anything, and he's not causing any trouble. If you'll just leave him alone, he won't bother anyone.
What?
What do you mean, what? Do you intend to say you're not here to kick this one out of the pub? To tell him cats have no place in this land?
I wasn't planning on it, unless you want me to.
No, that is quite alright. This land is so very cold that even indoors, Rizok finds himself shivering. And yet, he wishes to stay. Yes, better shivering than frozen. Now then, what exactly was it that you wanted?
I done forgot. Alright.
Can Arthy's winds guide you?
Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll talk in a little bit.
Ooh, I want to try some of
Aaron
the
said you
food.
got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight.
Oh, hey, your husband, Baron. Yeah. Why aren't you? You're not a cool kid.
Come back to Bits and Pieces anytime.
Yeah, I will.
Bring up some more mead, my boy. This cask's nearly tapped.
Yes, Father. Which cask should we open?
All right, fair enough.
Just bring any of them, lad. Can't risk thirsty customers without mead to drink, even for a second.
We just got a cask of old gold 200 that has a crack in it.
I prefer
Better
the
serve it now
article
before it
blade
goes
myself.
bad.
But arrows often
Good
suit my
idea,
needs.
sis. Maybe you ought to be in charge.
Yes, fine. Just hurry. Mustn't keep the customers thirsty.
But then again, those
Yeah,
bandits
the
are
lag in
always causing
here
trouble.
is awful. So our choices are we can talk to her, but it's just she wants to be a bard. But she's not really trying very hard to be one, and we are frozen. Yeah. We are frozen right there. We can get up out of here.
Melaron, you lazy milk drinker. You finished studying the imports from Black Marsh?
Indeed I have, sir. Elven weapons for their armies, sir. Elven material, but poor workmanship. Like most of what we get from them.
Scary thinking of those boots with an army of elven
Do you
weapons
drink?
at their command.
I had too much once. Woke up the next day half in the Riften Channel with no money and half my clothes.
Even a fine weapon.
I steer mostly clear now.
But they should fetch a high price from the Imperial army.
Right you are, Elf.
Hey, do you have a moment?
Competitive offer.
As always, Lord.
Sorry,
Your
but it looked like I was staring. I was
example
staring at
to
your
us all.
chair. I guess I do have a moment there.
Sometimes I think we're just easy prey for these scoundrels. We're always out late, always alone.
We could. What is it?
You don't look like the rest of this rabble. Are you from around here?
I'm from another province, but I get around.
Interesting choice of words. Did you mean that how it sounds? Wait, it doesn't matter. Let me cut to the chase.
I'm listening.
This place, it's crawling with bounties.
Sometimes I think it would be nice to have a
Powerful
secret
opponents.
admirer. Someone
Both
who
demand
leaves you a
skills that I
little
happen to
gift
have.
sometimes.
So,
But that's probably
looks
just
like
in
I'm
the
sticking
romance
around. Of course I could take them on myself, but it might be better with company. How about traveling together?
Well,
Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to run my own tavern.
guess.
No more late
But do I
nights.
get to know who you are first?
What a way to ask for my name. I'm Katana.
And you know, I'm Reyna. But I kind of expected a little bit more information than that.
Right. Well, let's leave some mystery, shall we?
My legs look so cute.
Though I should tell you, I have a saber cat.
Wow. I've always wanted to pet one.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. But the choice is yours. Anyway, let's go.
Weapons for their armies, sir.
Alright, there's a feeling of darkness lurking around Katana. I'd ask her about it, but she doesn't seem like someone who trusts easily. Now, so it looks like she has something to say.
Elven material, but poor workmanship. Like most of what we get from
Maybe one day I'll find the
Scary
courage to
thinking
stand
of
up
those
for
boots
myself
with
like
an
those
army
other
of
girls
elven
do.
weapons at their command.
Maybe one day.
Let's be thankful they're half a world away, eh?
Even a fine weapon is only as good as its wielder, sir. But they should fetch a high price from the Imperial army.
Right you are, Elf. Or even from the rebels.
These drunks get louder and less charming every night, it seems.
As always, Lord, your loyalty is a shining example to us all.
Want to walk around the city for a bit?
What I want to do... Oh, shoot. Whoa. What I want to do is get a room. Nah, not that. But get a room. Excuse me.
You smell like adventure. Tell me all about it while I fetch you a drink.
You have a room. You rent room.
Well, you can understand Ellis if not wanted.
Yeah.
I'd
is
better
a
get
shame,
going.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Hey, I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Maybe I should start.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple. Or a tomato. Cabbage. Or leek.
Elven material, but poor
I bet you get some interesting people through here.
That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help.
Even a fine weapon is only as good as its wielder.
Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
A high price from the Imperial Army.
Ladita?
Right you are, Elf. Or even from the rebels, if they've got enough money to make
Rhina?
I've heard Solitude has a lot of wealthy people in it. As in, high and mighty people who could do with less? Were you ever scared of the dark as a kid? I was terrified of it until I discovered there was an entirely different world alive at night.
Good cheer means a full till. You know, I had to retire and leave you to run the Skeever, son.
I don't know,
Harry.
Father. There's a whole world out there I want to see.
I could run the Skeever. You even said I'm almost as smart as you.
Don't be a silly girl. Running a bar's no job for a lady.
What about Auntie Fida, the dragon?
With all this lag, I need to lay down.
Nice to have a secret admirer. Someone who leaves me little gifts or notes.
Oh, brother.
But that's probably just
Well,
in
you
romance
see,
novels.
that's a little complicated, and
All right, we're gonna rest until morn. Yes, 7 8. Hey, looky here. We get to. All right, how do we do this? All right, let's get this up. Uh-oh. Seriously? That's it? I'm level 8, and I have 2. I have 2. All right, let's get this one going real quick here. What's this one? Armor. Yeah, we're just gonna throw them both in there. Help with it.
you know what?
Excellent.
Guess I'm not retiring anytime soon.
I'm feeling a little stressed. Can I safely say that mod
The path ahead beckons us, Guardian.
does it really?
When our
Because you don't
contract
do
ends,
anything.
Perhaps I will try my chance.
Shall we press forward?
Court intrigues
Um,
always call for the likes of us.
All right, so let's go look down here real quick. This mod right here is one of my least favorite mods, and I think it's because I don't like the implementation of it. See, we say very slow, but our current stress level, we have not been in combat in at least 12 hours now, right? We have traveled in a carriage. We are far removed from our last fight, almost a day removed from it. And then we have it set to very slow. But our current stress level is 34. Right? And this is after 10 hours of just sleep. And then when we see and then if we go into magic, and then are we in magic right now? we're filthy. We got to get a bath, right? But look, so minor combat stress. So total magic is reduced by 10 points. Drink alcohol or relax to remove this effect. Are you telling me that 10 hours of sleep is not relaxing? Same thing. So we're getting hit twice here. Her smile was lovely. You feel confident and motivated. All skills improved 10% faster. Carrying capacity increased 20 points. We got 50 minutes more of that. I have no idea what that is all about, unless we talked to somebody and they made us feel good about ourselves. All right. So now we're filthy. All right. We're fed. We're comfortable. But this is the sticking point for me. Right? I don't know what the inner workings of the calculation of it is, nor do I know exactly what the values represent and mean. So we have 34 stress. Where's that on the scale, right? Are we slightly stressed? Are we, 34 is very close to halfway, right? And if we're sitting at 34 after 10 hours of sleep and just relax, a carriage ride to Solitude, no combat the night before, and, we're just waking up, the world is stressful. So I would expect more like a score, maybe no higher than, 12, 13, 14, 15, no higher than 15 at this point. No, in the teens at the most. And yet we're sitting at 34. And it's like, are you telling me it's going to require several nights of sleep to reduce it? Right? And then, because I want you to tell me you're in a stressful situation, for a few hours after that, yeah, you might be a little amped up and everything like that. And, it takes a little while to let it go. But usually, if you get a good night's sleep, 10 hours in, that's way more than I normally would ever sleep. You telling me you couldn't cut the stress level in half at least? Get back down to a very low to minimal level? So again, and then this applied stress thing, it just bugs me. It bugs me to no end. And then where would our stress be if it was at normal or high? The setting, right? Instead of low or slow. What if it was at fast? So just imagine, would we be sitting at maybe 50, if not 60 right now, if it was on normal? So again, and then what's the reduction in magica points at that point? What's the effect on stamina at that point, right? Because I don't think it just affects magica. I think it affects other things too. Oh, right here. Yeah, so 10 points against stamina, 10 points against magica. My bad. So yeah, I just think it's god awful. It's what it is. It's stupid. And like I said, but to me it's stupid because it's not implemented well. And the calculation is off and it hits too much, and it becomes too much of a factor within the game, and it doesn't ever stop being such a significant part. And then, like I said, it's overbearing. And then so you're stripping my stamina and magica, you're reducing those, and making me come across or feel like I'm overly stressed about what? So yeah, I'm not, like I said, that would probably be something that I always I just forget to do it, but that would be a mod that I would
Don't
disable.
get too far ahead.
Get rid of it. Just because, like I said, and the problem with it really is that it's just poorly implemented. The calculation doesn't work the right way. I don't agree with, right now that I should be at 34 as the level of stress, and that's with the setting on slow, very slow, right? So, because if we go in here, we come down here, what are our options? So you can see I can turn it off. Very slow. See? So this very slow, default, fast, and very fast. So I gotta believe right now on slow we would be in the 40s, if not 50, half the meter. So on like defaults, we're 50 to 60 at stress level. That's significant. That's a significant amount of stress that we're feeling right now. Okay? And that's why to me it's like, no. And that's why I say I think it's poorly implemented and it doesn't work well. And the calculation is way off. At the very slow setting, it should be very low, right? And 10 hours of sleep should get me, like I said, down in, maximum in the teens, but at really single digits is what I'm thinking. And then again, it needs to be clear what's going on at 34. What's it doing to you? Do you have the jitters? Are you nervous? And it's like at that point, that's really what you want. You want to see what the different levels of stress are doing to you. Right? Are you fearful? What point do you become fearful of everything? What point do you become paranoid? Start to see things, hear things, hallucinate, stuff like that, because obviously there's a significant amount of stress on you. And right now, I mean, it's snowing and I'm standing here looking at flowers.
Stormcloaks.
How stressed am I right
Every
now?
miserable last one of them.
You know what I'm saying? How stressed am I really right now? And I also feel like stress should go up and down pretty quickly, and I can't get on board or agree with how the calculation is working, and so I just think it's a crappy model and don't like it one bit. And yet I find it, and then I understand why it's added to the list. So I don't get me wrong, I understand why we want it in the list, why we want a system like that, why we want stress and fear, why we want those type of things to play a factor and role, because it's true to life. Stress and fear plays significant roles in our life. And maybe this just needs to be flushed out more, where not only it how it works and everything, how stress relates to you is more about not just, it's not a blanket thing. It's not the same for everyone. And then it should really, if you flush it out, where it's like, okay, maybe we need to figure out what type of person we are, first of all. And then what does stress and fear do for us, right? Are we the type that thrive under some stress, right? Are we fearless at some point? Or is it that it takes a lot more for us to be afraid or to feel stress? So those things should play into and factor in. So yeah, I'm 100% against
There is romance in
and
striding in
not
the
liking
snow,
this mod, and I
confronting
just
the
realized
piercing cold.
we are not Redguard, we're actually Bosmer, which is cool. Okay, so we got an update. You can see Jenessa's just walking away, but we got an update to our group. I don't know what Lisha, or whatever, what's going on with her. I think she's broken, or just, I don't know. I actually just don't even care. I think if we have to, we would have to click on her quest and just actively do whatever quest is associated with her, and maybe that updates how she acts and everything and talks and stuff like that. You can't just look at her and you see nothing, right? Katana, we know what to expect with Katana, so you know. And then Ferris, that one is I think you. It depends on your relationship with her.
Of the city make everyone
and
feel safe
it changes.
while the war is going on.
So we'll see. I'm not too worried about Ferris. That's gonna evolve. We know with Jenassa, everything is going on here.
Fascinated by this
and then right
place.
now, she's controlled mostly by the Amorous Adventures mod, so we'll see what happens there. But guys, I think this is going to be it right here. I did say I wanted to shorten this one up a little bit. The lagginess is really kind
How
of
do you feel
irritating.
about crowds?
But this is what we're gonna say. This mod list, in my opinion, is truly made for high-end computers. Even more high-end than my 2-year-old computer, right? So it's chugging along, trying to keep up with it, but yeah, it's so laggy. And now, I think it has a lot of great features to it. There's a lot of things it's trying to do. And I thought the same with Whispers of Mara. The original, or the first mod list that I tried, the changes that were made in the second time that I tried were just god awful. That it was so unstable, and I just couldn't even get it to run. At least the first time, I thought it did better and worked better for us, but I just didn't like a lot of. It was significant changes I saw, and I didn't really care for it. So, so we're able to stick with this one a little bit more, but I got a feeling that we are running our course with this one. It's not something that's sustainable, which is disappointing because, like I said, I really enjoy it. And then, I don't know, maybe I might just throw, and here's a cool thing. I can take the folder for this mod list, this one, take the folder. It's going to be about 200-300 gigabytes. Throw it on a external drive, right? Save it. And then when I do have a more powerful computer, all I got to do, instead of re-downloading everything and starting over fresh, plop it right on there, change a little bit in the INI file for Mod Explorer or Mod Organizer, and boom, run it straight from there. Yeah, I mean it. So they are portable. It's cool. I mean, so yeah, there we have it. Okay, guys, I gotta run. This is still it's kind of fun, even with the lags. Like I said, this is a fun list. If you can get it and get it to run, okay. Now we did have that one cutscene where Jenassa rewards you and everything. That scene does not work. So either I don't have it set up properly to run all the animations and stuff for that, right? I had to figure out how to get it to just stop trying, because it'll sit there and you're just staring at her for like as long as it will go, and I'm like trying to figure out what button to hit to get it to just stop and then move on, and get us out of it. So but the animations didn't run for me, so I don't know if that's a me thing, but I wasn't very worried about setting all that up anyway, so maybe there's something more that I need to do to get that set up. I don't know. I don't actually frankly care. I can just, as long as I can figure out how to get it to stop, fast forward out of it, like, because like I said, it doesn't do anything. Other than that, that's it. All right, guys. So we'll see you next time. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.